All right, here we are. The Sticks has returned. I'm Driggs. That dude in a matching shirt is Marco. Welcome, my friend.
Hey, man, I'm delighted to see you tonight, Barrister. And, it's always exciting for me to wallow with our grand community here in the Sticks. So, in an effort to just move forward in some rough hewn efficiency, why don't we just get to some game action straight away?
There is a lot of game action, and a lot of that game action is based on the fact we put out some plays today, and I'm damn proud of those plays. Let me talk about the losers. I love these losers. And if you are a true gambler, if you are a true person of wallow, or if you're a person of wallow,
You're a wallower,
with
a true wallower.
Yes, then these are losses that fill you with such great misery. We took a huge flyer on the Miami Marlins, and this game is so perfectly handicapped. I looked at this. I prefer this loss than some wins, and only true gamblers would know this. Instead of just DeGrom at minus 220, we were on the Marlins. And yeah, it's a loss. Of course it's a loss. It's gambling. But
Yes.
We're sitting there at plus 240 with a tie game. DeGrom's out. We got the bases loaded. We got 2 outs. We get a hit. You only have to win really 25% of your plus 240 plays. And to be in it in the 8th, if you have a play on DeGrom, if you laid the 240, yeah, you're a winner, but you're a fucking loser. You're a fucking loser. You didn't handicap that game right. You are handicapping it that, yeah, DeGrom's going to pitch well, but the Marlins are going to tie it at 4 in the 8th, and I want my money on the Mets bullpen at minus 240. Fuck you.
Hey, man, it's an outstanding loss. That's the only way to look at it. If you told someone that you'd have a chance with bases loaded to get a W at plus 240, 99 out of 100 people are going to say, I'll take that. And one old lady's going to take the groom.
Right. Exactly.
So it's our best loss of the year. And I think we don't have to even gild the lily on this, as they say. People, our fans know. I mean, our VIPs know that, hey, he put us in a position where it wasn't just throwing some shit at the fan. He put us in a position to have a big win.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like, I had an uncle that told me, hey, look, if you want to bet boxing, Marco, always bet the underdog. You're not going to win every time, but over a whole year of betting boxing, you just bet the underdog, you're going to come out ahead.
Well, we have a little bit more sophistication than that.
My uncle was in an institution.
But
we're not trying to be, limiting of people at handicaps.
Right.
We just handicap. We don't limit people with handicaps. We just handicap here.
So I hope that our followers lost a lot of money on that play, because in the long run, they're going to benefit extremely well from it. Meanwhile, we hit our Phillies game money line. We hit our Detroit Tigers team total over. So we're 2-1 with 2 plays here in Arizona remaining. We got Arizona to score over 4.5. That game's tight. It's going to the 5th. They're down 2-1. I did expect their bats to be a little bit more alive. They're not. We'll see if they can get some runs off of the pen. So if they do, we could be 2-3 tonight. And I was talking to our guest Capper Dale, and my point was, look, man, there's so many opportunities to lose money tonight on the card that if you're willing to take the risks, a 2-3 night down a little bit is a great night tonight.
It is a great night. And you pull that Detroit one out your, man, because what is this, 1950? You pulled that Detroit right out of your know what, mister. But yeah, because I didn't. I mean, I don't know where you thought they were going to come up with runs, but go ahead, man. Keep doing stuff like that.
Yeah, that was a fun play. Leicester was clearly trending down, and they wound up not getting the runs off of Leicester. And it's a great play, and we still are sitting here with a chance to go 3-2 on the night, or
Yeah, exactly.
4-1, 4-1 on the night.
4-1. Yeah.
So we're
Don't jinx us.
Right? Exactly. Exactly. So that's where our plays are. And I got a kick out of Clevenger coming back and getting the win. I get a kick out of our Jays doing what they should have done last night. Easy win. And Atlanta sweeping a double header from the Yankees.
And you know what? I get a kick out of you, Cole Porter. So yeah, I mean, we have a good chance for a 4-1. I mean, I just gonna go ahead and fully jinx it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, it's one of your better days of handicapping, and a very sophisticated version of handicapping, unlike my handicapped uncle's version of gambling on boxing. Hey, man, you see that they're gonna put Ohtani in the outfield? I mean, this Madden wants to put Ohtani in the outfield.
Good. I didn't
say, oh, yeah, let's use another tool. What are they trying to do? They're trying to find, listen, man, is this still a thing? The 5-tool player, real quick, is this still a thing? I have always had a bone up my ass about that 5th tool being able basically to catch. You have hitting for power, you got hitting for average, you got speed and running, and you got throw that arm, that rocket arm.
Yeah.
The 5th tool is that you could just sit there and say, hey, I'm going to catch the ball. Anybody could catch a ball. The worst player on the team's the first baseman. They put him up there. Hey, here, just throw it to me and I could squeeze my glove. I mean, I could see if it was like, you know, when my dad played, they played without gloves and in work pants and torn t-shirts, you know, and they used the shoes of some bum that they rolled that day, gin-soaked shoes that are like wingtips, and you're sliding the outfield and you're catching with your bare hand, but they got beautiful, huge gloves, and all they have to do is stand there and catch it. If you got the speed, which is one of the tools already, you're going to be able to cover the ground in the outfield, get under it, and just go beep. You know, if you got the footwork, if you have the mind, if you have the arm, you're going to be able to catch it, and you're going to be able to get the assists. You know, so I still don't understand why a 5th tool is doing the easiest thing. The easiest way to get in the majors is to be a catcher. Catching is easy. Catch this, Mike.
You don't even have to
throw anything to that cat. He could catch it.
Right.
So, in honor of the tournament, I want to make a new 5th tool. It begins with the letter D. I don't know. Do you know where I'm going with this?
I don't.
I'm not talking about disease-free because that's too obvious. I'm not talking about distancing because that's too obvious. What I'm talking about is discernment. Discernment. The 5th tool should be discernment. Go up to bat and have an idea, and then you'll get that average up. You know, have an approach, have some discernment. Don't get involved in high fives and celebrations and pouring, you know, tubs and kegs of Gatorade on and dancing around like silly little girls. Have discernment. When you go out after the game, you see a pretty girl, of course, you think, oh, how much? Don't give that pretty girl, you know, you're walking around with a knot. Don't have some discernment. We're at a tournament. There are rules. We don't want to spread infections. So that's my feeling. Great that Ohtani's getting some work in the outfield, but don't try to whittle in this 5-tool play or this 5-tool crap. You got the speed, that's important. You got the arm, that's important. You hit for power, you hit for average. Those are key. Those are what make a ball player. The 5th tool, my friend, is discernment.
I love it. I love it. And so it all comes down to one's intellect, and we no longer have the smart ball player. You have the crafty lefty, but you don't have the smart ball player. So discernment is, in my book, is the new tool. And if you position yourself correctly because you've looked at the analytics, maybe you're playing a little bit of a shift for a guy, and now that makes the catching easier because you've positioned,
right.
You've discerned.
So
But
catching shouldn't be just doing the easiest thing shouldn't be a tool because it's not really a tool. It's the basic thing that everybody could do. Not everybody could throw. Not everybody could run. Not everybody could hit, but everybody could catch. Even little Finnegan behind you.
hey, is he right? He's been hanging out all day today. He's been very discerning about where
He's very discerning, and he's a good-looking boy.
Yeah, but I want to talk about a spam text I got today because here I am grinding, putting in the work, doing the evaluations, giving out great losers, and here comes this spam text. And frankly, Marco, I've had enough. And I hope you'll allow.
You've had enough?
I've had enough of this.
I've heard you say that before, and it doesn't get pretty. It doesn't get pretty. Look at that. Quick shot of Red Bull. You've had enough, man.
We're going to talk about this, actually.
I know you're not drinking Red Bull. You wouldn't put that crap into your system.
But look at this. Profits keep piling up. That's the inducement.
Oh, yeah.
Profits keep piling up.
Right.
Like it's like you're a pirate with a treasure chest of gold. Profits keep piling up. Okay. Meanwhile,
I've heard that the last pyramid scheme that someone tried to get me in, but go ahead.
Right, fine. They're better handicappers than us. Fine, we accept that. But listen to this. We cash, last night, we cashed all 3 10-unit picks. Hold on a second.
I'm lost.
A unit is very, very meaningful to a handicapper. Every bet you make should be 1 unit, 1 unit of your bankroll. And that doesn't mean that your bankroll has to be all invested in an account. You could have set aside a bankroll for the season, but 1% is your normal play on a bankroll. So, hey, Finnegan agrees, 1%. So if you are a $100 player, that means your bankroll is $100 is 1% of your bankroll. So I should have done the math beforehand. But
should have done the math. Don't worry about it.
Is $10,000 bankroll, right?
1%?
If you're betting $100, that means your bankroll is $10,000. That's
if your bankroll is $10,000, then 10% would be the unit. 10% of $10,000 is $100.
So $1,000 is your bankroll with $100 bet.
No. If you have a bankroll of $10,000 and you bet $100, you just bet 10% of your bankroll.
Right. So if you have $1,000 bankroll,
right,
$100 is 1%.
No, that $100 would be. Oh, am I wrong? Maybe I am wrong. Okay.
Well, I'll do the math because this is very.
No, maybe I'm wrong. I would think that 1% of $1,000 would be $10, but.
Yeah, it's $100. 1% of $10,000 is $100.
Oh, it is
1%.
Okay.
Yeah, so you need a $10,000 bankroll, which is not unreasonable, to be betting $100 a game. That's 1 unit. So $5,000 means you're a $50 player. In other words, with your $10,000 bankroll, your $100, they're 10 units. That's insane. So you're betting $1,000 on their 10-unit plays. $1,000 on their 10-unit plays. No wonder profits are piling up if they're really accurately predicting right. So to a handicapper who gets that text, that's huge dollars. But then here's where it gets even more absurd. First of all, you should never bet more than 1% on a game, sometimes 2%, never more than 4%. So a 4 or 5% unit play is about the extreme. 10-unit play?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It shows their amateurishness.
So
it makes about as much sense as my math right now.
Mm-hmm. Right. So then they invite you to get a pass for their picks, and you can get a 3-month pass for $1,000. You can get their plays for 3 months for $1,000. And so I obviously am not going to identify who this is. It's hard for me to figure it out. But I followed them to their website. And Marco, they do a show, these guys, and they're part of a bigger network. You know how many views their shows get a day? They have
how many views do their shows get a day? This is going to freak me out. I don't know. I'm going to say they get about 1% of 10,000 views.
Yeah! No, they get a lot more than that. They get close to 1,000 views a day.
Wow.
They have over 65,000 subscribers. Marco, we're doing it wrong. We're doing it wrong.
We don't have that many subscribers, do we?
We have a very tight-knit community. This proprietary data, our amount of subscribers, that can only be found by somebody going to the web page and seeing it. And what is secret information is our email community list that gets the plays, and it's less than our subscribers. So we're a tight-knit community of very intelligent grinders. That's what we are. But look, we promise.
So you're saying that we should just do total bullshit handicapping, spam the fuck out of people, scream at them, yell at them, just put words together that don't mean anything, do fake math, and we'll get many more subscribers and views?
Dude, it would be so easy.
And we'd get money.
Well, yeah, we don't even have to write down bits. All we have to do is read charts of statistics. That's it. FFIP and BBAP and ERA. And then you counter whatever I say with your statistics.
Dude, I couldn't even do 1% of 10,000. So I won't be doing BBAPs and FBIPs. But
you don't have to write bits
trying
anymore.
To scat when I'm in the shower, though. You know what I'm saying? I do like to try to pretend I'm the Velvet Fog.
Well, this is kind of a moment for us of
realizing that this is our last show.
No, it won't be the last show. But we are at a point where we have 30 shows. It's monumental, and so I have to let this little monkey out.
Boy, oh boy! Talk about the just opening our souls here.
Yeah. How about that? Now, you know what this is? I've allowed myself a special treat tonight.
That's a you. Oh, okay. I thought that was. I was gonna say if that's a you, I'm gonna murder you.
Dude, it's a you.
Some kind of flavored carbonated water.
Yeah, and it says it's a tangerine essence. I don't know what that means.
It's an essence. It's an essence. That means that they squeezed a little tangerine oil in there. There's no corn syrup or anything.
No.
It's just a little tangerine oil.
So dinner with the folks tonight was special because Mom made these really nice fillets, and they weren't from Butcher Box. She does a little side order. She does a side order from the Omaha Steaks. And
the Omaha Steaks? What is this, like the Mutual of Omaha? Are we going to see if did they even have Omaha Steaks anymore?
Yeah, and they're really good, but they are with the antibiotics, and they are with the hormones, and they are not grass-fed. It's a great steak, but the thing is, Mom calls them Omaha Steaks. Omaha Steaks.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
It's like you calling DeGrom DeGroom.
Exactly. Mom's got her whole steak theory. Like I got my whole player theory.
I love that she calls them Omaha Steaks, man.
Yeah.
You know, and I love that she's sticking with the tried and true Midwest corn-fed, fully juiced up with antibiotics. I mean, the flavor on those is outstanding. It's like, I'll eat a chocolate souffle and I'm gonna love it. I'm just not gonna feel so good the next day. So once in a while, you should do that to yourself, just so you know what it feels like to feel good. You
Exactly.
So you know exactly what it's like to feel good. I would love to have an Omaha steak.
Right.
But you can't get them at the hippie store, and I'm sticking with my regimen. I only go to the hippie store, so I only get the G2, man. Grass-fed, grass-finished.
So I finally saw the Granky Ephus pitch. I just hadn't seen it. And if you're watching this and you haven't seen it, YouTube it, call it up. It really is worth seeing. You know, this guy Granky, he's known for being kind of crazy, but like in an intelligent way. And he's so proud now of his command of these pitches. And I'm telling you, you were right on about the Sunday circus and how good that pitch was in that circus. It was 54 miles per hour. And the only thing that could have made it better, the only thing, is if the batter had swung 3 times at it. Like if it was in a bug, that would have been the only thing.
To make it sort of a Looney Tunes.
Right. That would have.
And then would have been up into the dirt. Yeah. That would have been great. Yeah. Spinning himself, corkscrewing himself into the dirt on the Ephus pitch. Oh man. But from the Hebrew word ebullient.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people know that Ephus is a Hebrew word.
Should we take a look at the first read?
We have no time for the first reads. I think we just have to end the show now. Now let's go through the first reads, man.
Yeah. Pittsburgh and St. Louis are set to meet in what looks like a 3-game triple header tomorrow. But when you look a little closer,
3-game triple header.
Well, I mean, now they're suspending games out of social justice concerns, and so there's a lot of games to be made up.
Are the baseball players, are they aligning? Is this going to be like a cross parlay with baseball players aligning with the NBA and all sports are off?
Nah, we're not even gonna evaluate it. But okay. It's great. We got 4 double headers tomorrow. Seattle and San Diego, Pittsburgh and St. Louis, the Dodgers and San Francisco, Cincinnati, Milwaukee. 4 doubleheaders. I'm not prepared to analyze those at all. I'll do some overnight work, but none of those are qualifying as a first read flyer. It's too insane.
Wait, you get to qualify. Not only you get to not do first read flyers, but you get to qualify whether or not they're even available. I got to start reading the fine print.
Yeah. And so later in the day, Colorado and Arizona finish off their series. And that game is a struggle. It's the bottom of the 5th. Arizona's only got 2 hits. Colorado only has 2 hits, but they got 2 runs off of those 2 hits. That game is just not loosening up the way I thought it would. And so I think Arizona's set to win tonight and tomorrow, but I don't know. That game's looking a little tougher at the moment. Oakland and Texas finish up tomorrow. Boston, Toronto.
Yeah, I'm interested in what's that pitching matchup. I'm interested in these Jays. Everything I'm reading about them is that they're going to be buyers at the trade deadline in a couple of days. That they're, their best player is doesn't even have a name of a famous father, Teoscar Hernandez. Derek Fisher's not Derek Fisher's son.
Right.
They playing in Buffalo. They seem to have some chemistry, man.
Mm-hmm.
And so who's pitching tomorrow? Don't tell me Pearson's pitching.
No, Ryu's pitching. He's going against Chris Mazza. And Mazza's a taxi squad, dude. So between that and the bullpen. That's an interesting
game for you. But go ahead. What else we got to read?
Then we got Philadelphia and Washington finishing off. Howard against Scherzer. Baltimore and Tampa Bay finish off a series. Means against Yarborough. And Minnesota and Detroit start a series. Dobnak goes against Boyd. And Miami and the Mets conclude their series. Sanchez against to be determined.
Sanchez. Lee Sanchez. Man,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask you. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've lost a lot of weight and power behind my demands on the first read flyer. But I'm going to demand that you do that Boston Toronto game as the first read flyer.
You got it. I won't backtrack. I'm feeling good about the handicapping. I've been very protective of that 11-5 first read flyer, so we could take a flyer on it.
I'm only needling you, of course, man. But that's what I would like to see you do, that, man. And I think you could give it a fair game on that one. Give it a fair analysis.
We'll jump in. Let's check seeing if Arizona is only making outs, so they're going to have to get it done against Colorado's bullpen. But, these 4-run innings, 5-run innings, 6-run innings happen a lot this season. And we need one of those tonight. So,
yeah, I mean, as long as the guy that's, piping in the fan noise is not falling asleep, he could try to get things excited, get those players excited a little. And, yep. I can't believe there's 4 doubleheaders going tomorrow.
That's the slate.
That's the slate. So anyway, we have more analysis today. We had more analysis on handicapping and spamming and the bullshit surrounded by the success with bullshit in this game. And I don't know math at all. Even the simplest, we learned that today. You like to drink drinks that have tangerine oil essence in it.
A very new experience.
No corn syrup. It's carbonated water with the essence of tangerine. And my theory is that it's just the oil from the rind that they put in there.
I'm going with that. So it probably doesn't even break the fast.
Are a delicious thing to do once every couple months, even though they're not completely healthy for you. The Omaha steak. And we got the first read flyer that he's committed to do, and that Michael Driggs is going to handicap to the best of his ability. We had our best losses we had our best loss of the year today. With the Kings. We had our best loss of the year. Berger picking plus 248 Miami over DeGrom, and getting a chance with the bases loaded to come out, with a ticket to cash, but only now to be able to wallow in the delight that he made the perfect play and to just sink into that misery. And that's what this show's about: sinking into misery, tossing aside delight, because there's no delight in handicapping, there's no delight in gambling, and and having a sense of humor about what's before us in this tournament that is really a delight in every way and nothing less than a circus.
Thank you for that beautiful expression of the eloquence and elegance of the show and the craft. It's a pleasure, right, Marco.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, before we go.
Yes.
I think we should have a guest tomorrow. Why don't we have a guest tomorrow?
All right. I'd love to have a guest.
So if you'd like to be a guest on the show, send us an email. First person to send us an email who has a Zoom account.
They're free. Everything's free.
They're free. If you'd like to be a guest, first person to do so, we'll invite you on, and we'll have a short little conversation with you. All right.
All right. Exciting.
Good night.
Good night.